Ravichandran Ashwin has 3 court deliveries. Those are his off-spin, arm ball, and the final one, and probably the most valuable delivery of Ashwin, that is his Cannonball. Now, along with these 3 deliveries, he has one more delivery which is almost similar to his off-spin, that is his Undercutter. Now, I use the word core here because he doesn't bowl only these 3 deliveries. Apart from these 3 deliveries, he always likes to do some experiment, and he has been doing it since the beginning of his career till today. So today in this video, I'll discuss about these 3 court deliveries of Ravichandran Ashwin, and also in the later part of this video, I'll discuss about the different kinds of experience that he has been doing throughout his career. So if you have been trying to learn to bowl like Ravichandran Ashwin, watch this video till the end. I think at the end of this video, you'll be very, very benefited. First of all, I will discuss about his off-spin delivery. Now, his off-spin grip is like this. As you can see, the classical off-spin grip. Now, he holds the ball like this and he releases the ball like this. Most of the time, he releases the ball like this. The same position is across 45-degree angle towards the batsman. That means this ball goes like this when it is released. So, it helps the bowler to get lots of depth, turn and bounce from the wicket. And most of his deliveries goes like this, 45-degree angle towards the batsman. Now, this is off-spin delivery, and normally it turns into the right-handers, it turns away from the left-handers.
This was encouraged by a bit of turn in the last over, just the angle of the seam.
It does, so it makes it quite hard to come down the wicket and combat the spin.
Now, sometimes what happens, this off-spin delivery doesn't turn, it goes straight. Now, when you will see this, as soon as you will see it on the TV, you may think that it's an arm ball. No, if you watch the replay closely, you will see that it's a normal off-spin delivery. Then why it hasn't turned, how it has gone straight? The thing is, it is a normal off-spin variation, natural variation of off-spin bowlers. It happens to everyone. Sakib Al Hasan, Moeen Ali, Nathan Lyon, Bangladeshi Mehdi Hasan Miraj, and obviously to Ravichandran Ashwin. It happens to them. This ball goes like this, but it pisses and sometimes it goes straight. This is just a natural variation. Don't get hesitated.
Have a look at this. Nothing wrong, you would say. It's tossed up invitingly, and it's gone through between that and...
I guess our accuracy is probably the one thing. You speak to our spinners and little changes here and there for ones that spin big and ones that slide. So,
but this is not the only way Ashwin releases his off-spin delivery. What he does sometimes, he holds the ball like the same way, but instead of releasing the ball like this across 45-degree angle, what he does, instead of doing that, he releases the ball like this, as you can see, like this, which is across the 90-degree angle towards the batsman. Now, what happens when he releases the ball like this? This ball also turns. This ball also turns sometimes, but sometimes this ball also goes straight. It becomes a slider. Think about the delivery. This ball is turning. Sometimes this ball is going straight, but that is not bowled intentionally. But when Ashwin is releasing the ball like this time he is intentionally trying to let the ball go straight. But every time this ball is not going straight. Sometimes this ball is turning, sometimes the ball is going straight. But there is some intention involved with this, because when you are releasing the ball like this, the ratio of for the ball to go straight is increasing. So this is his off-spin delivery.
Setup though, so you slid one into him, and then this one, you must have been delighted with this. But I'd just like to talk to you about the way you go about it, the mindset, and also if I just free.
Now, one more delivery, as I said, that is almost similar to his off-spin, that is his undercutter delivery. Now, how to bowl this undercutter? The grip is same. This is the same off-spin grip, but the releasing point is different. So what you have to do, normally when you are bowling off-spin, you have to release the ball, you have to bowl from overarm. But for bowling undercutter, what you have to do? You have to release the ball from sideways. You know the way Kedar Jadhav sometimes bowls. He releases the ball like this. So for bowling undercutter, what you have to do? You have to release the ball from away from your shoulder, just sideways, And you have to, how to release this undercutter? This is undercutter. Normally you have to release the ball like this. This is undercutter delivery. Same grip, but the release point is different. You have to release the ball like this way, and this ball will normally go straight instead of turning. Now, unfortunately, I can show you any clip of Ashwin of undercutter delivery because I haven't seen him bowling an undercutter delivery so far. Normally, youngsters think that Ashwin bowls beautiful undercutter, or even sometimes Ashwin has demand in some of his videos that he bowls undercutter. But to be honest, I haven't seen him bowling any undercutter so far. Now, probably in 2018 IPL, he was mixering, he was bowling overarm, his off-spin deliveries, but in some deliveries he was releasing the ball sideways, like Kedar Jadhav does. So probably in some of those deliveries, he probably bowled undercutter, but to be honest, I can't remember any of those. But I think I have been able to give you some tips, some hints about undercutter delivery that will help you.
See, if I want to reduce the trajectory on the ball, so for instance, let's say I want to still slow the ball down but not throw it in the air, and the trajectory needs to be flatter, I try and use my arm length, which is my lever. If it's generally coming at close to 90 degrees, I try and push it a little wider, wherein the ball induces a little bit of an undercut, but I can use it to like really reduce the trajectory and still keep the slowness going.
Okay, secondly, I will discuss about the arm ball. Now, what is the arm ball? How he holds his arm ball? This is the arm ball grip. What you have to do, you have to use your index finger, only this finger, and put the ball over the seam like this way. If you see this from this angle, it will help you probably. So this is my index finger, and this is the seam of the ball. What you have to do, you have to put the index finger over the seam like this way, and you have to release the ball like this. So what happens when you are releasing the ball like this? This arm ball is a kind of outswing delivery to right-handers, and it's a kind of in-swing delivery to left-handers. So when you are releasing the ball like this ball will go like this. As you can see, a back spin is creating here like the normal outswing deliveries. So when you are bowling this arm ball with the new ball, what happens? This ball will go like this and it will swing. Think you are the batsman and the bowler. So when I release the ball like this ball will swing in the air, it will go like this, and it will swing air from the right-handers and it will swing into the left-handers. So this is Ravichandran Ashwin's arm ball. Now, how often does he bowl his arm ball? Normally, Ashwin is very fond of his arm ball. When he is brought in attack with a new ball in hand, whether it's Test cricket, ODI cricket, or even T20 cricket, he likes to bowl this arm ball. Although he hasn't been able to pick up lots of wickets through this arm ball, but he has been little bit successful by bowling this arm ball, and normally he likes to bowl this arm ball. So that's his arm ball delivery.
Ball 2. Tap.
The other variation that I use is the arm ball. The arm ball is pretty much an outswinger, bowled with a single finger, the index finger. I try and take this middle finger out of the equation. The grip is the same, the action is the same. Try and release the thumb away from the seam a little bit. Try and produce this kind of a wrist position and try and have some backspin on the ball. So once this happens, the ball travels in direction, the seam travels in direction with the second slip facing this way, and it just swings out in the arc.
Now the final delivery of Ravichandran Ashwin, and probably the most valuable delivery of Ashwin, that is his Cannonball. So what is his Cannonball grip? This is his Cannonball grip. Now how you can grip this Cannonball? For gripping Cannonball, what you have to do, you have to bend this finger, third finger, like this way, and then settle the ball like this. And you have to give most of the pressure over the ball through this bending finger and give little bit support through these two fingers. These two fingers will be out of equation for this delivery. Now what you have to do, you have to release the ball like this. You have to give the ball a flip like this way and release the ball like this. This is his Cannonball delivery. Now if you find this grip a little bit difficult because you have gripped the ball over the seam, so when you release the ball, this ball will go like this, seam up. But if you find it uncomfortable, what you can do, you can grip the ball like this, cross seam. So you may think that you may feel that you are getting more power over growth by gripping like this. Now I have already uploaded a video which I have made particularly on Cannonball. So in that video, I showed you how to grip a cannonball properly, how to release this delivery, and how you can bring power for bowling this delivery, because fingers power is very important for bowling a cannonball. So if you missed that video, check it on the description below. I will put a link there. So this is how Ravichandran Ashwin bowls his cannonball. Now, Ravichandran Ashwin has been able to pick up lots of wickets through this cannonball. Although in Test match cricket he doesn't bowl his cannonball a lot, in ODI cricket he bowls it, and in T20 cricket he mixes his off spin with his cannonball most of the time. Now, normally Ashwin's cannonball goes like this. When he releases the ball, it goes like this. But sometimes this ball also goes like this. Probably when Ashwin doesn't get that much control over cannonball, in Test cricket probably he just gave up bowling, practicing cannonball. Probably as a result he loses his control. So sometimes when he tries his cannonball in Test cricket or ODI cricket, what happens? This ball goes like this. So don't get hesitated. This is also a kind of cannonball. Okay, I have discussed about all the 3 chord deliveries of Ravichandran Ashwin. We are at the later part of this video. So now I will discuss about the different kinds of variations that Ravichandran Ashwin has been doing since the beginning of his career till today. Now what are those variations? What are those experiments? In 2010 IPL or probably in 11, I can remember clearly. In 2010 or 11 IPL, in a match when he was playing for CSK, I saw him bowling some googly, like leg spinners do, that googly. So normally at that time it was quite unexpected from a finger off spinner who is trying to bowl a googly. Normally finger spinners may try to bowl a carambol or leg spin type of delivery, dusra type of delivery that will turn away from the right handers. But what I saw, he was bowling some googly. Even after that match, he also gave an interview why he bowled that googly or why he has learned that. So probably that was a part of his experiment, but later part of that IPL season, I didn't see him trying to bowl a single googly in any of the matches. Okay, in 2018 IPL, the world saw, everyone saw Ashwin bowling leg spin. In some overs he was bowling off spin, he was mixing off spin with his carrom ball. He was also bowling some sidearm deliveries, but in some overs he was bowling leg spin in Anil Kumble section. He was bowling leg spin and he was also bowling some top spin delivery which were going straight. So, but also after that season, I didn't see him bowling any leg spin, probably in any test match or a cricket. Probably in domestic cricket he might have tried it, but probably later he probably have given up bowling that leg spin because probably that didn't work, and probably that was another part of his experiment as well. In 2014, in a bilateral series against West Indies, Ashwin also tried to bowl like Sunil Narine section, and not only in that match, in the earlier part of that year, in a match against Bangladesh of Asia Cup that took place in Bangladesh, he also tried to bowl like Sunil Narine. Okay, so these are the experiments that he has done so far in his deliveries, different kinds of deliveries. But apart from this, he also likes to do some experiment on his bowling action as well, because think about Sunil Narine. He has several bowling actions, and Sunil Narine has the record of bowling in 2 different actions in the same match in 2013-14 IPL season or in international cricket at that time when he was at his best. He used to bowl in 2 different bowling actions in the same match. But apart from Sunil Narine, Ravichandran Ashwin is probably the only bowler who has changed his bowling action most of the time than anyone else so far in their career. So if you notice, if you have been following Ashwin for years, probably you know that Ashwin has so far changed his bowling action lots of time. And in 2018 TNPL, which took place after the IPL season, what he did, he was bowling in a different bowling action. He was hiding the ball on his back, then running and then bowling. The action was almost like the same bowling action that Sunil Narine is bowling nowadays. Hiding the ball and then bowling, so that the batsman probably won't get any clue what you are going to bowl. So Ashwin also tried an action, but after that season I also didn't watch him bowling in that action as well. So probably that was another part of his experiment. So these are the different kinds of experiments that Ashwin has been doing Ashwin has done so far in his career. So I have discussed about all the 3 core deliveries of Ravichandran Ashwin, and also I have discussed about his undercutter as well. And also I have discussed about the different kinds of experiments that he has been doing over the years, since the beginning of his career till today. So I think after watching this video, you'll be very, very benefited, and if you will be benefited a little bit, that will be my success. So youngsters, what you have to do, you just jump into the cricket net and start practicing and keep trying to make you the best version of yourself. So that's it. Have a good day. Wow.